Hello everyone, Steve here for Who Took My Dice Miniature Gaming. It's Friday, and I have some good news. I am finished my scatter terrain. Look at that, it's awesome. I just finished it up not too long ago this morning. I just had to add a last little bit of color to my to the dead guardsmen I placed on here, but everything's done. Everything's finished. It's been based, primed, everything. It looks great. I'm super happy. I'm gonna have some up close pictures that I'm gonna put into the video here and post on the Facebook page, and finally have everything up on the Beasts of War forum. There's a bunch of things. So that's the first part of it. So yeah, it all turned out really well. The dry brushing went well. The green sand I put down, I don't know if you can see it there, turned out fantastic. I went with a brown color to kind of break up the just have a sea of gray buildings. I wanted to have something different, so I went for a brown color, still dark. I like to have my tables kind of have an atmosphere of, it's a grim dark, so I want them to look dark. But yeah, there's one poor dead guards. I don't know if you can see him very well, but there's a poor dead guardsman there. These are actually all the casualties that came with the Australians when they were first released. I'm not sure if you can get them anymore, but there was a bunch of them. There was a whole big set I had years ago. Came with a whole bunch of casualties. Still have a bunch. Some I've painted up. I can just throw them down on the battlefield wherever I want. I still have a whole bunch more to paint up, but I decided to add a couple here. Again, this guy, this poor schmuck here. I don't know if you can see him. The light's not the best on this thing here. There he is. So just a little bit of color, not very much. I have little weapons cache there, and or cache, I guess. And yeah, so everything turned out really well. I like it. It adds some cover. I can throw it down where I want. I can kind of put together and build sort of a building out of it if I wanted to. But yeah, so I'm super happy that's done. It took a little while with work getting in the way and all that stuff, but it's done. So I will post these up on the Facebook page if you want to take a look there. I will also have, as I said, the Beasts of War. I haven't posted yet. Today's the 26th, so I'm running out of time. I better get up soon. I'm going to try to do that today, or if not, on the weekend. I'm going to get to the Beasts of War forums there. And yeah, so it turned out really well. Again, it's all sort of go with the theme that's been underlying all of them is inexpensive hobby options. All this was done with foam board. It cost me, I think, $1.25 here at a local dollar store. That's Canadian. Paint as well cost me very little. It's old paint I've had for a long time, but we got the dollar store too, so I think it was a couple bucks at most. But yeah, really easy to do, really inexpensive. Even the basing material I used for the ground, we got at a dollar store. Again, a couple of bucks. So for maybe $10 total, maybe I'm gonna take a bit of an over estimation there of the cost. Maybe $10. Nice terrain. And I've also built those other buildings. Again, not very expensive. And the longest thing was just waiting for stuff to dry, waiting for the base to dry, waiting for the layers to dry so I could dry brush after. Really simple stuff, very easy to do, very easy to put together, and really inexpensive. So if you find yourself stuck and you need something to do, you want to continue on your hobby, this is easy. Easy peasy, easy put together. Just do it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just do it, and you're good to go. There's a couple of things. One, the shirt I'm wearing, and there's a few people on there who absolutely love this, and it does have some stuff to do with miniatures. Last weekend, we took the family out to go to our aerospace museum here in just in Ottawa, about 20-minute drive from where I live, and they're doing a Star Trek exhibit. Plus, there's also Starfleet Academy whole thing you go through, and that's where I got the shirt. So, property of Starfleet Academy Command, yay! It was really cool. You got this little watch you can put on, well, not a watch, but like a scanner. You scanned it in, put in your information, and as you went around, there was medical, engineering, command, science, tactical. You got to go around each one. There was a lot of activities. Like tactical had a phaser game. You had to fire at targets. I did really well at that. It was good. Yay. And you also had to scan your thing in, and it kept track of this. And there was also little quizzes, sort of acceptance quizzes, right? So you did those. Lots of cool memorabilia around. There was actually stuff that was taken. There was costumes. Most of them look like they were made for this exhibit. There's actually a bunch of stuff that was taken from the show. So a bunch of the models. Most of it was from Next Generation, Star Trek Next Generation. The cool thing is you ended the whole thing by going onto the bridge of the Enterprise from Star Trek The Next Generation. The seats are all there, took a ton of pictures in the captain's chair, but you got to do the Kobayashi Maru scenario in there on these little computers. And at the end, you get an email stating where they wanted you to go. I got science because that was my highest one. I guess I did really well in the science part, but I also did really well in command and tactical. So yay! All right. Where does this come in? Well, when I was there, I got this little thing. It is USS Enterprise. What's cool, it's the Metal Earth 3D metal model kit. So when I saw it, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I got to do that. A couple reasons why. One, as I said in my Q&A there, I'm a Star Trek fan. Two, it's a metal model. And I'm not talking metal model where you, like, you know, the old Warhammer stuff where you glue it together. This one, it says no glue or solder needed. And what's really cool is when you open it up, it's actually just two pieces like that. Look it up close. Ooh, look at that. You have to pop out and put together. And what's really cool about that is all these little, really small tabs and everything sticks together. I haven't built it yet. I'm going to soon, hopefully next week. The instructions are pretty cool because they give you a rundown of all the parts. It's a 3D laser cut models. They give you an assembly flow chart here. It's one-sided. Pretty cool. I like it. I actually have to hit their website first, though, because they do have, I don't know if you can see it here, they do have, looking right here at the, where is it? Stuff like the nacelles and the body, wherever that went. Did I skip it already? Yeah, the body here. Where did it go? Yeah, it shows them using this little dowel of some sort. Now I'm going to go on their website to see exactly what size they need, so I don't, you know, make the nacelles too thin or too thick, or right. So I have to do a little research first, but it said model. I had to get it, right? So I'm going to do that. Hopefully next week, and happily have that up on another video. A couple more things. So there was a video that popped up yesterday by one of the people that I subscribe to. We subscribe to each other, but it was from Mini Warzone, and he put up something about the Death Watch book and 40K moving toward the end times, and he made some really good points. I want to put it down in the description because he's fantastic points about it. He reads some of the stuff from the book, but apparently it's very dark. I haven't got it myself yet, the new codex. And I want to put my 2 cents in. Is Warhammer 40,000 moving towards end times? Well, it's been in the end times for a long time now. If you go back to last couple editions, it's been ending. It's at the beginning of the end times for Warhammer 40,000. Abaddon's got this massive 13th Black Crusade. The Xenos and heretics are everywhere. Things are falling apart really quick. I think with things like the Death Watch Codex, Death Mask, the stuff with Fenris, that whole demons and the Wolfen coming in and all that, I think it's getting to a point where I don't think we're going to see an end times the way fantasy did, with the complete destruction of their planet and brand new armies that are based on the old stuff, but obviously different. I don't think we're going to see that. There's lots of rumors. I mean, Games Workshop showed off a new Karn, which was really cool because it's actually, if you look at the new Karn model and the Forge World Karn model, is pre-heresy and heresy stuff, they're actually pretty much the same pose now, right? That's cool, and apparently there's lots of rumors about Primarchs coming back, whether they're the Demon Primarchs or Loyalist Primarchs. I think what we're going to see for an end times is an end to the way the game is played now. I have a feeling that while the basis of it is going to stay the same, you're going to see And there's rumors about this too, and I'm not just coming out this with this has been lots of different people have been saying this from different ways, and I agree with it. I think we're going to see a stripped down version of the game, much like Age of Sigmar. And I'm not saying it's going to take Age of Sigmar rules and just throw it into 40k. I don't think we're going to see that. But what I think we're going to see is a stripped down rule set, much more basic rules. You'll see special rules go back into the army books where I think they should be. That way you have your specific army rule for a specific thing. I think you're going to see a lot of special rules disappear, and they're just going to become part of the normal rules or those special rules in the codex. I, for one, love to see, and they should know if you go back into Space Marine books. It's in the special rules section, but really it's only Space Marines who use it. I don't think there's anybody outside of the Adeptus Astartes books that actually uses, and they shall know no fear. It is good if you say I mean, it is helpful if you had one of the data sheets for some Space Marine thing and you just want to use it as an ally with your guard or what have you, you have it in the special rules. You don't have to go to get the book. However, I think that's going to change. I would like to see that change. I would like to see less rules. They've gotten really complicated. There's just so much to remember now. When I did my battle report, we forgot so much stuff just out of not having played a game in a while, and there's just so much stuff to remember. I mean, directly for my Space Marines, we're playing Space Marines, but you have to remember to roll for your warlord. I mean, it is so complicated, but in the whole grand scheme, there's so much to remember. You gotta remember to use my warlord trait. I gotta remember to use all my tactical, my Devastator and Assault abilities. There's all the other special abilities my guys have. There's just so much, and there's all these extra things because of formations. There's so much to remember. It's just really, really complicated, and I think it needs a tearing down a bit and sort of a rebuild. Nothing drastic. We're not talking anything like second to third ed where it was just a massive rebuild, but something we definitely need a paring down the rules. We need the other thing is the storyline. I think will be moved ahead to where it is literally the end times. I think the Imperium will hang on a knife's edge where it could go either way or it could survive. I would love to see the Demon Primarchs appear. I'd love to see what Mortarion and Lorgar and Magnus the Red, for instance, look like as these giant demon princes. I would love to see the Loyalist Primarchs return. I'd love to see what Russ looks like now, and Khan and Korax and Vulcan. I would love to see Guilliman return. I don't. If they do Primarchs, he would be there. He would obviously be there. But I would love to see what happens when these Primarchs come back and look at the Imperium and go, what the bloody hell did you guys do? This wasn't the way we left it. And start rebuilding, probably rebuilding your legions, maybe not, depending on what Guilliman wanted. It could be that point where it's like, yes, we have to rebuild the legions. We have to start rebuilding now. We have to go in the offensive. We have to start defeating our enemies and pushing back. And this could be the final fight. I think I would like to see sort of everybody gearing up for this final battle. And personally, what I would love to see in it, sort of a twist. Everybody knew the way fantasy was going to end. You knew Chaos was going to win. They kind of did. They kind of didn't because everything's still back. Sigmar kind of won in the end by being able to rebuild everything, and Chaos just came back. I would love to see the Imperium win. Not a clean win, more of a pirate victory where they won, but now they own a lot less space. Places like Ultramar or would be isolated, right? And here's a chance for these Primarchs to rebuild and kind of start off on a fresh foot, but with all the recognizable stuff. I don't think Games Workshop would ever get rid of Space Marines. They're one of their best sellers. They'll never get rid of Marines. So I wouldn't expect to see all of a sudden things disappear and all of a sudden a brand new race like they did with the Stormcast there. All of a sudden, new guys, woo, look. No. So yeah, so that's my 2 cents on it. Again, I'll put up Mini Warzone's link to that video. It's really good. I liked it a lot. It's cool to see some of this really dark stuff with sort of the desperation. You'll see in the video the desperation that Space Marines themselves are feeling. And the last thing, I have another week before school starts. So on the 6th of September, that's when my school starts again. So videos become a lot slower, probably down to 1 a week. The last couple weeks, I usually try and do 2 or 3. This week it's going to be 2. Next week I'm gonna probably get 2 or 3 in. After that's probably gonna be 1 a week. Some of them will be from the college I'm attending. Hopefully some will be from home. But I just want you guys to know I'm not abandoning this channel just because I'm going to school. I still intend to put out nice, like really good content. You guys have liked it so far, so I'm going to put out the same stuff. There might be less painting and building content to it. That being said, I still have other stuff like the Red Shirt Chronicles. I'm planning to do more of that. A Blast from the Past, I've been doing some research on some stuff for that. So those are still going to be out there. I'm still going to do other stuff. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm not just going to say, okay, summer's over, see you guys later. I'm almost at 50 subscribers, which is blowing my mind because I get new ones every couple of days, and I just want to thank you guys again because it's awesome, and the comments have been great. I've met a lot of really cool people. There's a lot of great support. I've had people sending me just random tips. People don't even subscribe to me, just sending me awesome tips. People saying they love my stuff, and you know what? You guys are awesome for that. Thank you so much. Things will slow down a little bit, but I intend to still put out awesome content for you guys. So please don't abandon the page, please. That's one of my biggest fears now, that I'll go a week without a video because school's just so busy. I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna put out stuff for you guys. I'm gonna, like right now, I'm gonna take some throw some pics in for you at the end of this with some models on, so you just get to see what I built. I hope it inspires some people to keep building and not give up when they don't have anything to paint because they haven't bought anything in a while. So that's it, guys. That's it for this video. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you guys in a few days with a new video. I'm hopefully going to get this built up, or try to anyways. Again, I've never built a model like this before. It's strictly metal, and you use slots to put it together. It looks really cool. But yeah, so until next time, guys, keep rolling those dice, and I'll see you next video. Bye.